Chapter 20. Emma. Emma ran the brush through her long blonde hair one last time as she regarded her image in the mirror. "If you don't stop brushing it, it may all fall out," Carrie teased from across the room. Jenny's eyes grew wide. "Can that happen?" "No, of course not," Emma answered with a laugh. "Carrie is just teasing me. I wouldn't have to if you would stop preening in front of that mirror. You look lovely." Emma glanced down at her dark green velvet dress. The neckline was wide and showed off her slender shoulders, and the color complemented her eyes. It wasn't a new dress, but it was one William hadn't seen yet, and she hoped he would enjoy it. "I just want it to be perfect." Emma ran her hand down the dress to smooth out any wrinkles. "It's our first dance together, and it won't be the last." Carrie crossed to the mirror to check her own reflection. "I bet William proposes to you any day now." Emma couldn't help but smile at the thought. The signs were all pointing that direction. He had begun building a homestead near her father's house, as she had told him this side of town was her favorite. At this point, he didn't have to work as he had saved most of his money from his bounties and had plenty to finish the house and live comfortably until he decided what he wanted to do next. "I hope so," Emma said. "I'm so glad everyone appears to have accepted him into the fold again." "Well, everyone except Carl," Carrie joked. Emma's face fell as she thought of Carl. He was the one hitch in her happiness. Ever since William had returned and they had begun attending town functions together, Carl had become stoic and reclusive. Emma hadn't wanted to hurt him, and she truly hoped he would find a woman who could appreciate him soon, but she also had to do what was right for her. "Can we go now?" Jenny asked, breaking the somber mood that had fallen on Emma. "Yes, Jenny Bean, let's get out of here." Emma grabbed the little girl's hand and pulled her out of the room. William sucked in his breath as Emma entered the living room. Her eyes sparkled as she smiled at Jenny beside her, and the green of her dress was breathtaking. He couldn't believe she was actually his. "You look beautiful," he said as he took a step toward her. "Why, thank you, William." She flashed him her special flirtatious smile. The rest of the family filed into the room, and after checking to make sure all needed items were accounted for, they exited the house and began the short walk to the barn. Lighted lanterns hung from the open doors, creating a soft, romantic glow. William couldn't have been happier. This would be the perfect setting for the question he wanted to ask Emma. As soon as they were inside, Jenny and Benjamin raced to the back to begin sampling the food. Doc Moore wandered over to some of the other men, and Samuel and Carrie split off to find their friends. "Shall we dance?" William asked, as he led Emma toward the dance floor. "I'd love nothing more," she answered. As his arms circled her, William thought again how perfect a fit she was in them. He had never expected to fall in love with another woman after Catherine, but as he twirled the beautiful blonde woman around, he knew he had done just that. Yet he wasn't scared. In fact, he was exhilarated. The thought of a life with her filled him with excitement each day. "You're not a bad dancer," Emma said, teasing him. "I'm actually a very good dancer," he responded. "It just takes me a minute to warm up." "By the end of the night, I expect to be amazed then." He tightened his grip on her and pulled her close. "I'm amazed every day I spend with you," he whispered down to her. A rosy pink color flooded her cheeks, and she shook her head. "Flattery will get you nowhere, Mr. Cook." "Well then, how about this?" Though the music played on, he stopped moving and dropped to one knee. "Emma Stewart, you have reopened my heart to God and to love, and for that I am truly thankful. Will you do me the honor of being my wife?" A silence fell as the crowd around them realized what was happening. Even the music stopped. Emma glanced around before returning her gaze to him. "Of course I'll marry you, William." Clapping and cheers erupted around them, but William barely heard them. He stood, scooping the woman he loved up and twirled her around. Though he had not thought it possible, he had finally found his way home.